throwing it out there that if aimed correctly, it could cause a cave-in.
What spell? Fireball?
Yeah,
Anything's possible.
interesting. Cool. Just asking.
It's an open world.
When can we do the gut check?
What can we do the gut? Okay,
Yeah.
Well, you guys left off. You had continued onwards, so we'll pick up there once we're all ready to go. So just let me know when you're ready to start playing. If you have any.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
go ahead.
RV, you wanna say something or?
No, I said I was getting a refill.
Oh, okay.
Of my
Yeah,
drink.
that's fine.
My
Just
bad.
just a reminder if you guys forgot, but you guys have +10 to stealth from last session.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yes, just in
We
case you need it.
stealth?
Oh, no, not yet, but just in case you might need it.
All right. Oh, we get everybody back from breaks.
Sultan,
will
I
jump
know
in.
I
Yeah.
have this was from last session. The rapier that I got. I don't know if it's magical. I'm assuming it is. If it's a +1, do I add that now or do I have to wait until I attune for it? I wanted to make sure if it wasn't like some sort of special weapon where I had
Let
to
me
attune
look
to
real
it or
quick how
not.
this works.
Modelo.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's magical because it was in the gelatinous cube and it was unscratched. So that's what I'm going off to. But if it's a +1, I didn't know if I had to add that to my weapon now or wait until I attune for it or not.
Let me
Well-
let me look it up real quick for you.
Okay.
Well, a +1 weapon doesn't get. You don't have to attune to those kind of weapons.
Yeah, no,
I'm
think so,
saying
no.
that if it, I don't. Yeah, if it's a special thing with a name and it gets a +1, I don't know if I needed to attune to that or not. That's why I was asking.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if you got Carl the Sword of Accounting?
I think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to spend a certain amount of time. I can't remember how much time you're supposed to spend.
It's like a
some
short
time.
rest or something, I believe is what it was. But
Maybe
that
may
may be
not
right.
100%.
And then you can kind of get a feel for what the magical item is.
Okay, so the consensus of the internet is that you can add +2 to your attacks, and it is a magical weapon.
So I can add +2 to my attacks then.
Yes.
Okay.
You said +2.
Yeah.
For +1?
Guys found your first +2 weapon in the game.
I have my Modelo, so yes.
Yeah. You will need to still spend time with it. I will say that. According to what this says, if it has a plus to it, you don't have to attune to get that aspect of it. But if it has something that you have to attune to, you still have to attune to it.
Okay. I just wanted to double check whether if it did had a plus or not.
I just didn't know if you had the tune for the plus of the weapon, or if
That's
that
what I was
came
asking.
with
Yeah.
the rest of it. But the consensus I found on the internet was that if it has a plus to it, you get it automatically.
Okay.
Anyways, we are all here. So you guys, when you last left off, you had the discussion and decided to head back down into the tunnel, heading deeper from whence you came. as you were walking down the tunnels, which again, these tunnels, they fluctuate because they're natural, that they bow in and out, and the ceiling goes up and down. The floor is not smooth, it's kind of rounded, and it goes up and down too. So sometimes the ceiling of the tunnel is 10 feet, other times it's like 15, 20 feet from you. But you came to this point, as you grew closer and closer to it, you could hear the scuttling of the spiders, and it grew louder and louder and louder to the point where it's deafening. And you can also feel kind of a vibration to the ground. If you remember, you were looking, came where it started to bend, and there was a path in front of you, and then to the left and the right, it forked off, and you could hear the sounds of what sounded like spiders scuttling from all 3 of the tunnels in front of you. And as you stand there, a couple of you with your lanterns out, the others of you with dark vision, you see eyes. At first, it's just a small handful, but then you see more and more on the floor, on the walls, and on the ceilings. And there's hundreds upon hundreds of these eyes glowing from the light of the lantern staring back at you, as just this wave, this swarm of spiders come flooding down the tunnels in all 3 directions.
Arbio,
So
this
we
may
are
not be the
going
best way.
we are going to enter initiative, but I will let you guys have a surprise round where you can decide if you want to do certain checks or whatever you want to do. So we'll go ahead and roll first.
Can we
Can
move
I-
our characters where we thought we were going to be?
I was
Yes.
about to say.
Okay.
Can I
yeah,
just
'cause
say,
I
I'm
was back here.
I'm a wizard, man. I have like 11 AC. What the fuck am I doing up next to
Hold
you?
Yeah,
on,
I'm
see,
weak.
yeah, I'm gonna put here. Yeah, there you go.
Me and Hellfizz doing. Actually, you know what? Everybody's like, Grim would be okay. This very formation is just the epitome of that. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Just let him go first.
Um,
Initiative.
Does Awen have a lantern?
No, I have dark vision.
Oh, good.
2 person holding lanterns are Ava and Grim.
Good. Oh,
You were
I don't think
missing.
I didn't highlight my token. 17.
I forgot that we are now down 1. He did wish us the best and hope that we have fun, and he will check in from time to time. I even told him he can always watch the stream. So
He rejoins for 1 session to re-drag our video back into hell.
okay, so you guys are in a surprise round.
So
I'll give you. Yeah.
could you add Leah to turn order?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
When that happens, you can always just roll again, and then
Oh.
you can edit your number.
Okay.
And then I will you will go first. So surprise round, before things get going, you're standing here just looking. You have no idea how many are coming, but you know that this is just the beginning of it, and there's probably hundreds more of these giant small spiders. Again, they're on the floor, on the walls, and on the ceiling, just a carpet of big, thick, hairy legs and carapaces just heading in
Yeah.
your direction.
Hmm.
So, what do you want to do since you are getting a free round?
Let's see. Hmm. Okay, I just want to double check if pass without a trace is a concentration one. It is. Do I know anything about those spiders at all? I saw a couple of bodies in the other room.
Give me a nature check. I will let you. Being a druid living in the woods, you can do it with advantage too.
All right.
Not in the woods, in these woods specifically.
Well.
You've encountered these before. They can sometimes be docile and they can sometimes be very nasty. And looking at these ones, they seem like they are mad. And you know that they're slow somewhat, but they also can spit webs, which can cause a lot of problems.
I will take 2 steps back, and that will be it for my turn.
All right, Awen.
Are we going by the highest dex when we roll same numbers, or just whoever comes first?
Well, we can go by dex. Are you gonna be
Ava would
higher,
go
Ava?
first. Yeah, she would definitely first.
Okay, Ava.
You don't have a 18 in dexterity?
I have 16.
So Ava is gonna pull the hood of her cloak up. She's gonna move to this wall right here, and she's going to douse her lantern and hide. So
That's
that is
37.
Jesus.
I get a 37 to my stealth check.
All right, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry about that 37.
And I did it again. All right, so you go and you pull it up and you hide against the wall. So then that will bring us to you, Awen.
I'm gonna do a gut check.
All right, roll wisdom.
Wisdom. Alright. It's a 9.
9. You are fairly certain, looking at what's coming at you, gauging yourselves and the state that you're in. You're pretty sure that Grim might be able to stand for a little bit and take a lot of these down, but you don't know if he could stand indefinitely, and the rest of you would be in serious trouble if you stayed here for much longer.
I'll go ahead and yell out. There's way too many of them to deal with this. I think we need to run. Like now. And I'm gonna start running as my action. Full speed, 60 feet. Basically back and start heading out.
All right. So Grim, it is your turn. All right. Alrighty. So with that, Arvio, it is your turn.
I need to make a guts thing, but for a completely different reason. It's still
Alright.
gonna be wisdom, but I just need to. Arvio is very emotional right now. So what he needs to do is realize if he dies here, then Umaima would have lost a lover and a son in a day.
And I
So
point
we're
out
just-
that I did say that to RV a few times.
You did, but it's sort of like, oh, now that we're between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you understand.
Yep. Good
Give
luck.
us your check. I will say that you not only realize that, but you kind of get a feeling as you're standing here looking at these spiders rush towards you that you may or may not have, but you might have been led here intentionally, knowing that you wouldn't find what you were looking for and you would only meet your death. As you sit here and you're thinking about this, you're thinking about how she would lose, her son and you, and then you're kind of, as you dwell on how she would lose you, you're kind of sitting there like, son of a gun, what if this thing, whatever it is, led us here so I would die? And that kind of sets in on you.
I'm not sure he would say son of a gun.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'd say something much more nasty. But
I-
I understand what you mean.
yeah.
We could all feel the eyes in the back of your head, Celtic. Don't worry.
no, I don't cuss, so.
I know.
Probably you know better man than I. Arvio's going to actually like compose himself a little and back up. And he's going to start looking up at the ceiling to see if there's any weak points.
I will let you go ahead and give me a nature check.
Oh boy, a nature check. I'm smart. 12.
12. Looks mostly like rock that something has carved its way out of. You think you might be able to, but you're not 100% sure that you could cause us to cave in.
I can block the exit, but I might be able to cause a cave in. I can make that work.
I can help you with that.
Great! How? Wait, great? You're not going to talk to the rocks, are you? You're not going to convince them to...
Duh, rooks aren't alive.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for making that clarification.
I'm supposed to be the smart one.
Alright, well, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm ending it with Leah, I swear to God.
So the spiders come around, angry, foaming at the mouth, quote unquote, and they seem to be a little drawn back and shocked as they meet these lights that are shining in their eyes, and they kind of like the front line recoils and they do that hissing sound from that video I shared, and they seem stunned for a moment. The ones in the back kind of like start bunching up on them and start crawling over them. But for the moment, they are being held off. And as you were saying that you might be able to block the exit, Cerise will say, I might be able to help with that too. I think maybe, let me do a check. I think maybe we should go, and she will turn and start running back in that direction. And then that will bring us back into actual combat. So, Leah, what would you wish to do?
Just checking something. Okay. Do I have spell slots? Okay.
Are you gonna try speaking to the stone?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
So I'm gonna move away from this, like, from away from the opening. So basically back to this. I mean, I guess the slimmer part of the pathway we came from, and I will tell. Okay, let me know whenever you're ready, and I'm gonna try and look down this pathway, and I'm gonna hold action until Arvia's signal, which whatever that's gonna be, and I'm gonna cast Erupt Earth on the wall with level with 4th level spell.
Right, and you're trying to cast it like in the, like back here in the
Yeah,
tunnel
like,
you're leaving.
I'm gonna say probably around where Ava is, unintentionally, but somewhere around here with 4th
Okay.
level.
Just making sure your intention is to try to block your path as you run.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and that is your turn. So Ava, as you are hearing the rest of them suggesting to flee and run, what do you wish to do?
I'm going to double dash and run 90 feet in front of him.
Okay.
Need for
Anything
speed.
anything you do with your bonus action?
To double dash, I need to use both my action and my bonus action.
Gotcha.
dash both.
Okay. So with that being your turn, Awen, unless you want to say something or use a free action.
Nope, that's it.
All right, then Awen.
I'm just gonna go ahead and run. I think my full movement, and I might use my action to go half the distance just to keep in sight with at least somebody.
All
Because
right.
I don't know how far I am already between everybody else here. So that's my action and bonus, or my movement and action. I'm not gonna say anything. That's it.
Okay, and Grim, it is your turn. Again, as everybody is full retreat at this point. All right, I take it your echo has to stay within 30 feet of you. All right. And Arvio, it is your turn.
Leo, where did you say this wall was? Give me a point. Give me a ping, please.
She's kinda have her hand stretched around like between here and
Good enough. Fucking do
I'm casting it.
it!
All right, so you all watch. See, it's a 20-foot cone.
I'm basically aiming at the wall, hoping that the wall will kind of influence the ceiling, and then at least half of this pathway will collapse and block it.
I'm just trying to see. So it's cast from you, yes?
Yes, from me. Range 120 feet, so
All right,
Biggest
so
pinpoint.
you pull out a piece of obsidian and you kind of pull it back, and then as you mutter something, you push forward with your hand, and that obsidian just kind of erupts into a bunch of rock that just flies out, and nothing there for it to affect, but you definitely create this giant pile of rock in this area here. It is not enough to block. You do create somewhat of an obstacle, though.
okay. It is a start.
Indeed, it is. And what do you wish to do with the rest of your turn, Arvio?
Well, now that we have a nice wall, a big, beautiful wall, one would say, I'm just going to breathe and just start limping out.
But at this point, it's more like a rubble that kind of blocks a little bit of the tunnel.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That wasn't clear to me. I apologize.
It ain't much, but it's honest.
That's true. Is there any space where I can attempt to do my fireball, without hurting anybody, but still, cave in some of the tunnel? I'm willing to use the 4th level spell on this.
The ceiling, definitely, especially after Leah did that spell, looks like it's a little weakened. You think you might be able to add additional rubble to it?
I do that, but with my friends not being in range of it, because that'd be a shithead move.
I'm
you
just
want-
trying.
You're just trying to run those numbers.
No, go ahead and roll me the damage. I'm trying to find
30 damage.
a cone for what he just did.
It's a pinpoint on the ground that he sees, and it's a cone that goes from that direction.
That's a 20-foot cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it a cube? It's not.
Yeah, it's a 20 cube. Yeah. Sorry.
I need to reread it again. Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
That's fine.
A stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on the point. Okay, I thought it was a spell or a cone you were casting. All right, so then it is bigger. It still does not fully block the tunnel. You add on to it, Arvio, as you pick a point and explode it, and you see more rubble fall down. Unfortunately, your echo is consumed in that. But as it falls down, there's still somewhat of a gap that's over here to the side. And Cerez, who was waiting, saying that they could help a bit, will finish casting their spell, Wall of Stone, and so the gap that is there, she creates this wall that kind of just comes up to the ceiling and comes across and finishes off what you have created. And then you guys are now standing there with rubble and actually stone that is shaped that kind of fills in the gap, blocking off. So you do at this point have a wall going across here like this.
I would turn to Arvio and kinda lift my hand. We did it! High five, kinda.
I will yell back. There's still a hole. Let's go.
There's a very slow, as you can kind of see, Arvio is just fucking exhausted, and he might have just used the last of his energy. There's a very slow raise of the hand, and I don't know if that was audible at all, but I tried. It was very sudden, but there is in fact a 5 that is high. Somebody thought
An
that was funny.
absolute success.
Oh, I limp.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys turn and you start heading. Sorry, clearing this out. Start heading back towards the exit. You stop along the way, or your focus is to just get out of there?
I'm getting out. That's what my plan is.
Same.
I'll say we still have that hole in that dining room. We need to get out as fast as we can.
All right, so you turn and you book it. You eventually hear the spiders crash into the wall, and you can hear them like crawling up it and stuff. And you can definitely hear noises, what sound like pissed off spiders on the other side. But as you kind of give one last glance back as you're running along, and right before it leaves your line of sight, it is still standing and nothing seems to be coming through. But you pay no heed as you just continue and continue and continue until eventually you find yourselves at the entrance, bursting out. Again, the entrance of this place was kind of like a wooden wall had been built over it with a doorway in it.
Just shut the door. That's what I would do. I'd try locking it.
There is seemingly, as you guys came up, this was already open, but there is like a giant piece of wood and a couple brackets sticking out of the door that you can put on it. You seem to get a sense as you kind of put this in place and officially locking this that this was here to keep what was ever inside from getting out.
I would like to add the spider leg to the bar.
All right.
I will say, yeah, this was here to keep whatever was inside. Make a note.
Alrighty, well, you guys are now safely back outside. As you turn around, panting and bloodied, exhausted, some of you actually literally exhausted, it is daylight. Those of you who went in when it was still dark, not aware of how much time has passed, but sun, it's still early in the morning. The sun's kind of like, sitting low in the sky, but it is bright out, and from what you can see through like these trees up in this direction, you can kind of see people kind of milling about the town.
I think we need to talk to the town people to find more information about the lore behind that child's song. But to be completely honest with you, I really need to take a rest. I'm sorry, RVO.
Yeah. Arvio looks like he's been running on fumes the entire night and it just caught up to him. He looks fucking dead. He just looks emotionally, physically, and mentally gone. Yeah. Except it hits different because it's Arvio.
Just noticed, RVO. You got some extra gray hairs growing out of your head.
Oh, good. They match my skin. I don't
Cavern.
want to go. I do not want to go back in the cabin. Good. Yes.
Okay, so you guys start marching your way there. Eventually, as you get up on the street here, nobody really seems to stop and talk to you, but you are definitely getting odd looks as you are covered in blood and guts from the things you've killed and from yourselves, as well as dirt and animal parts, spider legs. Eventually, yeah, two of you seem great. Eventually, though, I'm not sure exactly how you go there, but obviously you start walking this way. You do have an older lady who's like, "Are you all right? Is everything okay?"
Oh, we're just tired.
No.
We
nothing's
went into the
okay.
mine. Vi's not going in there.
My son's gone. I need a nap.
You were in the mines?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very good. Well, I guess you kind of know it's not a good place to go. We've kept it locked for a very long time. Creatures go in there.
Yeah, we killed the big spider. And yeah, I just 1,000-eyed, 1,000-yard stare. It's like you've seen some shit.
If
I'm
yeah,
ranting off.
it's
I'm
a little
tired.
much, but
Sorry.
if you need to bathe, there's a river. You do look worse for wear. No offense meant.
Can you tell us anything about? We do need some help.
I'm not sure I could help you, but
No. Do you know anything about this? I'm forgetting as a player because I didn't write it down. Yeah. Do you know anything about the
lurker?
children's lore behind the
thing-
lurker?
The thing that steals children, and Eloy would be great.
Oh, our ancestors. That's. I remember seeing that as a kid myself. Keep the children out of the woods. Lots of dangerous things in there. Every so often, one goes missing, and we never find them.
Do you know anything about in the woods that would be a point of interest that you may have heard?
No. I know of the abandoned house.
Wait,
Uh,
God dang it.
Ghosts live
should I
there.
go see?
We generally avoid it. That's a good few hours away. But other than that,
Ilya
I
will
don't.
turn. Ilya will turn to Awen and be like, "Is that the house we passed on the way here?"
Oh, if you followed the road, you had to have passed it.
Oh,
It's,
Wait a minute. I'm getting lost as a player here. It's not 7, is it? Or
7?
it's 5.
it's 5?
No, it's not. It's not. When you guys were coming in, you were like hours out from the town,
Oh.
and you ran
I was
into an
not
old
here.
abandoned house.
Okay, I was not here for that, so I didn't know.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you guys had walked past, and then you ended up in town. The number 5 was the Hunter's Hall.
Okay. Ma'am, do you know the direction of this old house?
She points over towards this road here. Well, I guess more towards kind of like the cliffside going up. Just follow that back into the forest. A few hours walk, you'll eventually run into it.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem.
And I'll start heading to the river.
I just.
Good day, and she kind of like
Good
gives
day.
you all a nod and
Mhm.
continues on carrying a sack that she had.
For the entirety of this conversation, Arvio has been very slowly angling his head down to look at himself. And by the end of it, he has gone, and cast Prestidigitation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go bathe, is what I will do. But before I leave the group, I will turn to Arvio. And pretty much everybody, actually. And I'll say, Leah, didn't you say that the tree was pointing in that direction?
Yeah, roughly that way. I mean, it had a bunch of branches pointing this way, but I'm pretty sure the one that was bouncing the most was pointing exactly there.
Well, I mean, that's a start. I still think we need to get some more information to make sure if there's any more points of interest in the woods, but I think that abandoned house is a start.
But wait, we met that hunter there. Maybe he knows anything. He was standing by the house.
He might know more. I wasn't all. Just say I had a massive headache that day and I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't remember the hunter at all or where he's at, or how I met him. It's weird. I never drank anything.
It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go bathe. Are you guys gonna be back at the tavern?
Yes,
Okay.
technically.
Okay.
Arvia, do you want something to eat?
I need sleep. I need sleep.
Alright, so you guys kind of march down here. You will split off Awen and head over this direction towards the river, but the rest of you continue on around. And so that's happening. I will be right back.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going full naked, guys. Just want to share that.
Thank God we didn't come with you.
Yup.
Leah's poor innocent eyes. No.
Yup. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Wasn't gonna lie. A half elf, actually. If Arvio was gonna be like, "Oh, I'm too tired to move," I was gonna pick him up, slap him on a butt, and run with him on my shoulder. I was gonna do.
I stepped away, but I heard you were going to do something with Arvio, like pick him up and run
Yeah,
away.
if you were tired enough not to run like full speed out of the cavern, I was gonna pick you up, slap your ass, and run.
I will admit. I will admit I'm moving at half speed right now.
Yeah. And I think we still have to do Constitution saving throws the further this goes on, is before we take a long rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's where Arvio is going.
Yeah, I hope you talk to Mima a little bit.
Speaking of, be right back.
Don't mind me a little bit. I will if I have a single electron worth of energy. In fact, I would say that talk is almost fucking unavoidable.
Perks of having a wife in game.
Yeah, it's not even. We're not even married. We really do need to tie the knot. We're basically.
You're not even married? Oh, I hope that never
No.
comes up with Awen. Kidding. The
Yeah.
joke, Arvio.
I hope you like a fourth character.
Oh god.
What's your character ideas? Let's hear.
I was totally gonna bring in the necromancer.
That would be interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the necromancer I was gonna have was I would have to look on, but I had it pre-made as a yuan tea. That is an alcoholic that loves the when drinking games, and as a point of note, that I'm immune to poison, so I can't get drunk. So I would always win.
So
And
you like winning? Is what
yeah,
it is.
yeah. And my skeletons are actually my dead comrades and family members that I picked up, and I'm on an avenge quest. That was my idea.
Yeah. But yeah, when I was like, yeah, technically, Arby was stuck with a woman, had a kid, then had a sudden surge of paternal instinct.
Oh yeah.
I never mentioned that because it didn't happen.
Slept with a woman, found out she was having a kid, said, "Ah, I'm going to the convenience store."
No, no, no. It
3
wasn't
years
even
later.
that. It was not even that. It was they had a fling, and then it's just like it lasted a month. But you know, Arvio at the time was sort of a little bit I don't know if promiscuous is the right word, but definitely went from woman to woman because he didn't see any reason why not. And then
Yep. As a
Kinda.
player, I feel hella bad for Grim. Oh, just think about the whole backstory you got going on. You lost your only brother. I'm not saying that he's dead, he's just gone.
You don't need to be dead to be lost.
Yeah. Funny thing about my backstory for Aelin, I was not even thinking about it when I made it. And then I made some connections. I was like, oh, that's an interesting way of making this backstory. And you guys will find out later. Yeah, it suits the
There's
town very
music.
well.
Oh, there's music now. I will shoot him.
It's an imp.
I wake up, Billy's in the fucking tavern. I cast Cone of Cold. Goodbye, Billy. Forget Billy. Billy's dead.
What about collateral damage? We'll probably hurt Mima.
Oh, hang on. I don't have a response to that question. Check. Coming back to this.
All right. So, RVO, Grim, and Leah, you guys enter into the tavern. You see that it is a little busy, like it was the night before. People seem to be eating breakfast meals. You see Gallon standing up there, kind of tending to some things, and then going in the back and bringing out plates and handing them out to people. But you're now back at the tavern.
Do I see a Mima in the tavern?
You look around and you don't see her.
Okay. I'm just going to limp up the stair.
All right, you make your way upstairs.
Yeah.
As you, let's see. Oh well, Cerise is with you too. She will kind of be like, "Do you think you could help clean me up?" And she motioned towards herself.
Moment. Pew pew pew. Just cool.
Very, very appreciate it. Thank you. And she will kind of follow you upstairs. Grim and Leah, what do you do?
Honestly, Leah will probably follow them as well unless someone stops her or something.
Oh well, it will be another. He kind of sits there and thinks. Well, circumstances as they are now, a gold piece. I do wonder though how long you plan on staying. Well, if you wish to stay here for a moment, I can get them for you. And I am relieved to hear that you plan on leaving eventually. I do hope that you will make haste on that and that you will be mindful not to talk about the things that you learned. All right. And so he will turn and head back in there, and you can hear him kind of like some clattering and stuff going on. Eventually, he comes back out and puts in front of you a bowl and a spoon. And he's like, and when you are done, when you are able to, I appreciate if you bring the bowl back down. You can very well leave it right here. All right. So you all find your ways to your room. Arvio, as you open your door, you see Jemima sitting by the window, slumped against it, and you can hear the faint sounds of snoring coming from her.
Is there a free blanket on the bed?
Indeed, there is.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick like plonk, plonk, plonk over to there. Pick up like a spare quilt or something. Go over to the bed, like window, and just put it over her shoulder. And before I
Right.
just lash onto the bed.
She kind of like stirs a little bit, but then doesn't wake up. Obviously, apparently deep in sleep, having spent a whole restless night like the rest of you have. Leah, you head towards your room that you
Yep.
were sharing, or you were by yourself, weren't you?
Yeah, by myself.
All right, so you return to your room, and then Grim, you head up and you eat. I assume you guys are taking a long rest.
Yep.
Alrighty. So you eat and you settle down. Awen, you are down at the river and you are
Mhm.
cleaning yourself.
Yep, full birthday suit.
All right. You don't see very many people like crossing over this bridge, but as you do, you kind of see a few people kind of look at you and then shake their head and keep on walking. But you eventually clean yourself and head back towards the tavern.
Yeah.
All right. As you're walking along, you will notice, I guess the rest of you will have noticed if you wish to, but at this building here, you can kind of see like a sign hanging on it, and you see what looks to be a anvil as well as a sack sitting next to the anvil. And you can read on the sign that it says Corn Smithy and Goods. But otherwise, you find yourself back and you head inside. Ava, you walk back to the tavern, you head inside, and you kind of look around. You don't see any of your friends.
I'm gonna go up to my room.
All right. You go up to your room, and you can see Cerise is kind of sitting there, just sitting on the edge of her bed, staring down at her feet. Anything you wish to do?
Just go to bed.
All right. So back to you, Awen. You head in. You look around. Nobody's seemingly down here. What do you wish to do?
I'll go up to the owner and ask how much do I need to pay for another room for the night.
Well, your friend, the one in all the plate has already paid.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry about.
I do
what
not
happened.
have any extra rooms if you are looking for those.
No, that's fine. I do want to apologize about what happened last night. I won't say anything if you're worried about that. Before I go,
certainly
can
hope not.
I get something to eat?
Sure. Only a couple silver pieces.
Yeah, and I'll pay the silver pieces.
All right. Well, he will walk out, and you kind of have a similar experience. You hear a bunch of clinking. Eventually, comes out and puts a bowl and a spoon in front of you.
I'll
when
eat
you're
it there.
All right.
Yeah. And then once I'm done, I'll go up to my room, go to sleep for a long rest.
Okay. Well, he does not come over and say anything to you unless you call attention to him. Otherwise, he You get the sense, the feeling that he's probably a little terse about you guys, about what happened.
Yeah, I figured as much. I won't bother him.
He seems to be giving you a cold shoulder. He will respond if you talk to him, and he tries to be cordial, but otherwise, not too happy. So, but you finish, and you head up. As you kind of give a backward glance, he walks over and picks up the bowl and takes it back into the kitchen. But you head up into the room, and you find a either somewhat naked or fully naked Grim, who's laying on the bed, snoring as loud as a train.
Oh, I mean, if he's full birthday suit, I'll do the same.
Are you full?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I won't spoon him. I'll go on my own bed. But
No shame given then. Okay,
Yep.
so you guys will all settle down. You
Just
all settle
nod.
down for the day.
RBO is like, oh my god, guys, I'm gonna leave you to do whatever the fuck it is to do. Just
one super white, one really hairy butt cheek.
Yeah, what the? Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys can go ahead and take a full long rest, and we will, as you guys are adjusting anything you need to adjust. 'Cause I know a couple of you were holding off. We'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
Yay.
What's the
Okay.
total XP?
48,988 experience points.
988. Okay. Yeah, I didn't either. That's why.
Yeah. Oh. Hey guys, guess what? We just unlocked fast travel. Once today.
6. We level 9?
Yes.
Okay. 6. Yeah, I just kept it on hold because it was easier for me.
I just had I've already leveled up my HP. I just knew where to cap it.
I don't get any other spell slots, do I? Don't think so.
Yay.
It just fucking goes out of sync. It sounds super broken because I'm fucking exhausted. That sounded alright. There's nothing wrong with this.
Oh, interesting. I just unlocked Flame Strike.
Now you can light things on fire.
Now you're not the only one who can light the tavern on fire.
Yeah, now I also have Cone of Cold. which is kind of fucking nasty, actually. How does that work again? I don't even know.
It's like inspiration, I believe.
And what?
I think he
Yeah,
said it's 1 per level.
Is that something that he can add in Discord? Like, right? You know what? Where it should be added? Right under Elderon lore, because this is a new mechanic and there's not a lot in that section.
Well, I was trying to look on the website if he added it there or not. I didn't see it.
Or even, actually, important notices. That's also a valid place.
He did.
As you posted again.
1. Sorry, I was an asshole.
Alright, one moment. Let me. 5 plus half your character's level. Okay, is that rounded up or down? Well, it's D&D, so it's down.
It's 9.
1d6 and add it to a result. Actually, let me just copy. You know what? we're just gonna copy this. We're gonna copy this text. We're gonna put it
I'll be right back.
bippity boppity fuck into my character sheet. I don't know if we call Arvio a hero, but sure. Hero points.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So I'll take, would this long rest allow me to attune to this weapon?
Yeah, if you want to spend a little bit of time before you strip naked and fall asleep, you can meditate on it.
Oh, I'm gonna straddle it. That's what I'll do.
I'm not exactly sure I would advise doing that, but I will add it to your character sheet.
Sweet. I
So
always
there
sleep
you
with
go.
my weapons. Ooh.
You can go ahead and roll that now if you wish. I will add it in there for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add that then. And I need to roll something.
Yeah, you read it, right?
I was in the process of reading it.
It's roll a 1d8.
Oh, it hit me?
No. It has
Hold on, hold
1d8
on.
plus 1 charges.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm letting you
Okay,
roll
yeah,
to see how
I
many it
see.
has.
2.
Alright. Unfortunate, but is what it
Yeah.
is.
At least it's not a 1.
That is true. Alrighty, so we all back.
Yep.
Our view.
Hello.
Alrighty, so you all awaken, having fully rested, recuperated, gained your health. Arvio, you find that at some point in time, Jemima got up, and the blanket is folded up and neatly put down, but she is not in the room. What do you all wish to do?
Oh, we got something to eat. Should I do a guts check as to check up one of my go immediately out?
I got a question after you answer.
You can if you want.
Bada bing.
She doesn't. She's not in the room. You have a feeling, knowing her, that she probably did not go too far.
Okay.
What was your question, Awen?
Do Grim and I wake up at the same time?
Grim went to sleep first, and you have to spend at least an hour looking at your sword, so he wakes up an hour before you. So
Okay.
Grim, you wake up and all of a sudden Awen's in there, butt naked, laying on his bed.
With a sword.
What's sexual?
All right. You will wake up Awen, and Grim will already be gone.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go ahead and don on my armor and kind of head down.
Okay. Ava, what do you do?
I am going to go down and get something to eat.
Okay, and Leah?
I would already be waiting downstairs for everyone.
All right. Well, Leah, if you head down first, because
Mhm.
you're a 4-hour meditation, you will see that Yemima kind of comes down and sitting by herself.
Leah wouldn't bother her. She needs
Okay.
some space.
Then eventually you come down, RVO, and you see Yemima sitting almost complete opposite of the room of Leah.
For
And
some reason, I wanted Leah to just kind of like cha-cha real smooth and just electric slide right over to him. I'm gonna be like, hey, how's it go? Because it would have just been really funny. Anyway, yes.
he looks up at you, and she got a look of grief on her face. You approach.
What time is it, by the way?
It is. It looks like it's getting dusk outside.
Okay, I need to go. I'm gonna go find RVO.
Walking
Alright.
down the stairs. Limping down the stairs. It doesn't
You
stop.
come out of your room, Ava, and you kind of walk over and you see RVO kind of just standing at the bottom of the stairs. He looks to be like looking from one side of the room all the way to the other side, and you can see his body kind of physically like sink.
Hey, RVO.
Yeah.
I think I've worked out that we can get one question answered from the witches.
Oh?
We just need to meet them at dark and ask. You can get one question answered.
I had
It
an
will require
alternate
nothing
idea.
from anyone else.
Okay.
I've already paid the price.
Are we just shouting at each other from opposite ends of the stairs? Because I like to think you only ever enter through your room window.
No, I'm near you.
Okay, cool. It's like I had an alternate idea. Technically, we could get an answer from a god.
Well, I've already paid the price for this one answer. So I mean, we could try that if you don't get the answer you like, but I'd hate for the price to have been paid and then not the answer not to be used.
Okay, well, first off, now I have to ask, what did you do?
I ate a cookie.
I want you. No. Ava, dear. I would like you to go over the sequence of events as to how you got to. Hey, we now have one answer.
I went to the witches and I explained to them that you guys had no part in the slaying of their chicken. That it was on me, and I wished to pay the price fully for whatever the price would be. And they went off and talked for a little bit, and they came back and handed me a cookie. He said, if I eat this cookie, they will provide one answer. So I ate the cookie. Pretty big cookie.
I want to ask how big, but I'm not sure how relevant that is. This is the part where you tell me how big the cookie was.
I don't. How big was the cookie? So
How big was the cookie? This is very important plot information.
It
he
was
said it was a pretty big cookie, is what he said.
yeah, it was like a extra large biscuit.
Oh, it's a biscuit now, not a cookie.
No, they said it was a cookie, but it was like, size of like a jumbo biscuit.
Gotcha.
So what you're telling me is that this cookie was dummy thick. Yeah.
I honestly don't know what the cookie is all about. They told me that it would be revealed in time.
That's not ominous. Well, I mean, less ominous.
I
than
mean, I
one.
killed their chicken, so I mean, what am I supposed to? I mean, I have to pay some sort of price for it. So
Well, this is where you let you begin. It's Ava, murderer of cocks. Actually, maybe not that. Let's hope that one doesn't get shot.
It just spits up a little bit.
so we should head over there as it gets dark.
And we have another location to check out, being that building in the middle of the forest that was on the way here, yes?
You would have no recollection of that conversation, Ava.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I guess you walked. Did you walk away? Oh, I don't remember. I was very tired, but oh, Awen ended up having a conversation with an old woman about the lurker or whatever this shithead is, and she told us that it was in the woods and something. I don't remember. I was very tired. Something
I said,
about that building out there.
I'll go ahead and chime up if I'm within earshot.
You are. He's trying. He's not
Yeah.
exactly talking.
Figure
The
at this point,
ladies,
you guys have all gathered.
yeah, the old
the
lady
bottom.
that I talked to said that old house that we passed before we got into the town, which I have no memory of. I guess we met the hunter there, is a point of interest in the woods, about an hour away. And it's in the direction that Leah kind of pointed. That might be a way. But if we want some solid answers, it's up to you, Arvio, if you wish to take up that offer.
I think we should go to the witches so we can get out of them.
Wait. I'm tired. I want to
You
eat.
still sleep? Okay. Can you get something for the road?
Yeah, sure. I need to stop at the blacksmith, by the way, that's in town.
That'll be fine, because I imagine we'll head to the witches and then we'll be out looking at that building.
Yeah.
As we continue to fuck up our ongoing sleep schedules. But I guess that's just a part of kids. Actually, so, it's usually not this part, though. This part kind of sucks. Okay,
Jemima
well,
will chime in and say, I guess this is worse than it appears. And you can tell she's really like trying to hold herself together.
We will get him back, your mama.
I shall wait here then. I do not know what's going on, but I hope either you all find him or the old lady was telling the truth and she'll bring him back safe.
We have a couple of leads, dear.
I heard, and I hope they are fruitful. And you can like hear her voice is like she's trying not to crack as she's talking. You can tell she cried a lot.
Yeah. Arvio was in pain.
All right, so you guys gather some food.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna get some pocket bacon for the pro.
He will, if you tell him, he's more than happy to get you guys out of the tavern. If you tell him that you want food to go, he gives you some stuff that's easy to carry and eat.
Out of character, he'll like me eventually, motherfucker. We're gonna be neighbors.
He doesn't seem to like outright have hate. He just very cold shoulder you can get from him. But anyways, you guys get your food and you head out and you make your way over towards the tavern or towards the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you all walk up and find yourselves standing out front of this would be your first time seeing it, Ava, as you did not come this way. But as you stand there, this little like building here kind of looks like a barn with a wide open door on it, and you can hear tinking coming from inside of it. Sorry, you hear the tinking coming from inside, and as you glance in, you can see what looks to be a short figure kind of hammering away at stuff. And then you can also see through the windows on this building here. The window you can see through, you see what looks like a shelf with some stuff.
Things do
sitting
seem to
on
be
it. It's
still
kinda hard
pretty
to tell
stirred
what it is from outside. But you're getting the sense that this seems to be two like distinct different shops here.
I'll kind of call out, hello? Anybody here? I know there's somebody there.
As you call out, you see the figure who's in there hammering away at stuff. He looks up and he's like, "Oh, do come on in. You don't have to stand out and shout like a. I guess you are elves. Makes sense. But come on in."
F, actually. All right, and I'll walk in. I'm looking for some crossbow bolts. Do you happen to sell any here at this establishment?
So you walk in and you see what looks to be a short dwarf, even for a dwarf standard, it appears short, has a long black beard, and at the bottom has like a golden clasp holding it all together, and his hair is kind of pulled back and he got stuff holding it. He is shirtless, has pants and boots on, but got the apron over it, and you can see on his arms they're kind of all gnarled with cuts and burns and stuff on them. And as you are asking this question, you kind of look around. You can tell that he, in this building here, has what looks to be a full-on forge set up. And then there's some stuff kind of like sitting over on tables, laying on the ground. It looks to be mostly farming equipment and axes, stuff that would make sense for where he lives. But you do see the occasional, like a couple daggers and a short sword. And as you say that, he's I do not have any, but I could make some. I make arrows for the hunters up at the lodge. So would take me a bit though.
About how long would you say?
I was just finishing out this scythe here, and I was gonna call it the nights. How soon do you need them?
We're planning on heading here out of the town here pretty soon, but we'll be back. I kind of need them as soon as you can. How many would 20?
Hours?
A few hours, or just a couple, or more than? Sorry, few hours.
It would take me more than that to make them. If you need immediate supply, it might be good to ask the hunters up in their lodge.
Okay.
It's and he kind of like tries to point out through the barn door. It's that big building up on the cliff there.
Oh, I passed that coming into town. Okay, I'll stop there and ask to see if they have any extra crossbow bolts. Looking
Right.
around, do I see any armor?
As you kind of look around, he looks like there's a piece of a bracer laying there that he looks to have been fixing up at some point in time. But outside of that, there's no armor here.
Okay, I wouldn't worry about it. Thank you.
Do you still need me to make you some?
I'll try my luck up at the Hunter's Lodge. I don't know how long it'll take me to come back. We're gonna have to come back anyways. You know what? How many of them? I need about 40. Could you make me at least 40 and I'll pay for you that? And then in my head, I'm gonna still go up to the Hunter's Lodge to get more.
I will ask him. I will actually speak up and say, "Hey, I'm actually also interested in crossbow bolts. How much to make me 100 of them?"
That's a big order. It will take me a while. And he's
That's
sitting. He goes over and he's kind of like But what material exactly would you like them made out of?
Just standard.
Is there?
Well, for
DM
every
Go ahead.
for every 20, it'll cost you a gold piece.
I will hand him 10 gold and ask him if he can expedite it. Since it's double the price of what
I could work on it throughout some of the night and tomorrow morning. And it should be ready by. Is this paying for his as well? He motions over to Awen.
How many did you want, A1?
I only needed about 40 or so.
So I hand him another
2 gold.
4 gold.
4 gold. All right, so then about tomorrow afternoon, I should have them ready.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right, takes the gold and he puts it away, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. And this will definitely go far around here." And he kind of watches as you walk out, and you can hear him go back to tinking away at the scythe he was working on.
Thank you, Awa.
And he will shout through the door, "If you need any adventuring supplies, you can go inside. My wife is handles all that in there."
We are going to bring so much money to this town.
We'll definitely check that out later. Thank you.
All right, so you guys are now all standing outside. Where do you wish to go from here? And you had a question, anyone?
No, my question was involving about a breastplate, but he didn't have it, so never mind.
All right. Then where do you all go? You heading back or up towards the Hunter's Lounge, I take it? Or no? You going towards the Witches?
We're gonna go to the witches, I believe. No, my other question, I remember what it was. Was there gonna be a difference between materials giving extra damage or no? We knew about that.
You would know that there's some things, they're pretty rare and expensive, but
Okay.
they can improve like the sharpness of them and do a little more damage.
Okay. Okay. To the witch's house?
Yay! More nude old women.
Yeah. It would be nice if we stop at the Hunter Lounge to see if I can pick up at least 20 crossbow bolts. I'm not running low, but I would definitely need them soon.
Okay.
Man, we took the long route.
As you guys talk and make your way over.
Yep.
You walk out and you see the 3 old ladies. They're kind of standing out there. They are clothed at this point, but they look up and say, "So come to get your question answered."
Yes. Here's the gentleman who needs the question answered. Arvio?
Again.
Well, before you ask, we will do the ritual to see what the chickens have to say. And after they tell us, we will translate it for you all. During the ritual, you will need to stand outside of the circle. Any interference with that will unfortunately ruin the whole thing. And then afterwards, you will have the answer as parts of our agreement. And they kind of give a look to you, Ava. Just
I nod
know
at them.
that you can only ask one question once, so make sure you have ready what you wish to ask. If you stumble in asking it, then unfortunately that's just the way it will be. Just let us know when you're all ready.
Okay, we needed to go. Okay.
Are we gonna have a group talk at this point, out of character, or?
Okay.
Do you want to practice, Arvio?
Okay, yeah, one more. Hang on, huddle up. Okay, everybody's huddle up. I was like, okay, I was just gonna ask.
What are you gonna say, Arvio?
I need to know exactly where my son.
Why
Just
don't
ask,
you ask
yeah.
where is the location of my son?
Actually, maybe we might need to make that a little bit more specific.
Where's the exact location of my son?
No, where is the exact location of my son, Dimac? That would be a better.
Do you
You're
have
telling
more?
In
us
case
you
you have,
have
in case you
more?
have multiple sons.
Not that I know of.
Oh.
Have you been playing
And
hide the hot dog elsewhere, Arvio?
I was. I
Are
had a
you
lot of
even married?
Okay, so what we're gonna ask is.
Good thing your Maima
We'll
isn't
get back
here.
to that topic. Grim, you were saying something?
There were gals before and after my birth. I'm not a good friend.
Okay, so
I'm just trying my best.
what are you gonna say just to make sure?
I need to know the exact location of my son Dimec.
It's not a question, Arvio.
That's a statement.
Yes.
Okay, better. That's better. Where is the exact location of my son Dimec?
Okay.
Better.
Does anybody have any objections to that question?
No.
All right.
Hey, break.
And so you walk up back towards them, and they are just all standing there expectantly. You see behind them is a cage with some chickens in it.
Okay. My question is, where is the exact location of my son Dimec?
And they all smile and say, well, we shall ask and we shall see as we perform this. And they kind of motion over. If you could all please just stand there or anywhere outside the circle. But I just remind you once more not to enter it. And so
I'll get
you
a
guys
second
kind of,
step outside the circle.
yeah,
Sit
you
down
fall
somewhere.
back outside the circle. You can kind of see on the ground where they have it marked. And you watch as one of them opens the cage and they start taking the chickens out. Another one starts walking around, lighting the torches that make the circle around this area. And then the other one seems to have a pouch that she's pulling stuff out of and she's sprinkling it on the ground and patterns and things. And you all watch a very odd sight as these three very, very old looking women kind of gather together and they pull off their clothing, now standing naked in the torchlight. And they each grab a chicken, and you watch as they start basically balking at the chickens, and they start like shaking them around, and the chickens are making these noises, and they toss the chickens up, and the chickens kind of flutter, and they grab them again, and they're making all these noises, and they toss them up, and you watch as these feathers are falling off of them and falling. It is a very unusual sight that none of you have ever seen before, and you're just kind of little taken back by this. But this goes on for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, eventually 15 minutes, as the feathers start to fall to the ground, and they throw one last time the chickens into the air, and they kind of land to the ground, and they're still balking at them as the chickens start walking around, pecking the ground. And they turn and they say, "The chickens have spoken." Old naked lady shaking chickens around and throwing them in the air is erotic to you, then I mean that's up to you.
Well, they really know how to handle it right away. I know, hey man. Obviously.
You can come closer now. It is over.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay, so as you all get closer, they kind of pick up their robes and they pull them back on, and say, "Oh, they have told us that Dimec is not far, but not as close as you might think. Not within arm's distance. They see lots of darkness within a lid, within a place that none have roamed or called home for a long time, except one who should not be here. That is a place," she kind of looks at you all one by one, "that you have seen before."
Thank you.
Is there an abandoned house in this town?
It is an hours away.
We passed it.
Yes.
That you have seen before.
It's in a place that we have seen before.
Yes.
In a dark place that no one lives at anymore, but somebody's there that doesn't belong there.
I will type it out for you.
Now, is this a trick to get us into a location that we're all gonna perish? Or is it absolutely legit?
Are you still saying this right in front of him?
No.
Let's, just
I was making a joke.
let's continue to sabotage our social links. Because it's not like anybody's gonna live here. Oh, wait.
Just had to do it.
Oh,
And they say, so as you kind of stand there and have this back and forth, and I will type this out for you, but the one of them that seems to be the leader will say, well, that is your one question that has been paid for. The other, when you feel you are ready to ask, you can, but it too will expect the payments. And you all kind of notice as they kind of look very hard at Grim as they say this.
what do you want, Grim? No, they did not.
We're asking, what did you want to ask the question?
Do you want to practice it like Arvia?
We need to huddle up again.
Well, that's news to me.
It's a thing and a half. It's been. I wish we could have explained that earlier, but
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm with you guys all the way.
okay, but we'll explain later.
And you had another one, Grim? I think you'll be able to find him. A noble thing you guys are planning on doing, at least.
We should head out to this house that you guys speak that they mentioned.
Yeah, can we stop at the Hunter's
Yeah.
Lodge?
Stop at the Hunter's Lodge on
you
the way
did
there.
say that. We were planning on that.
Yeah. Just want to clarify.
And so you all start moving.
Yes, sir.
I will make a mental note that once we get all settled in, we should send these ladies some lasagna. I don't. Someone. Would it be
We're
rude
taking
to
a
send them?
long route.
Would it be rude to send them chicken? Are they vegan? These are answers that I will need to get. Okay, so if we sent them a dish with some chicken in it, it shouldn't be a problem. I don't know what their religion is.
I think we just need to send them live chickens. I think they'll be appreciative of that.
Alright.
All right. So as you guys talk and walk, you make your way eventually up to the Hunter's Lounge, the Pharaoh Boar's Den. You remember this is where Arthur had left all of you, and he went inside. You make your way in, and the first thing you are greeted with is this very long, giant table that kind of sits in the center of a room. Around the edge of the room is like a bunch of chairs and cushions and things, and a fireplace on one side of it. a bunch of pillars as well, holding the roof up. It looks like you would expect a bunch of hunters living in one location to look. A bunch of animal skins and heads and taxidermy all over the place. And you see a couple fellows who are sitting at a table enjoying some type of food. They look up at you as you walk in, but otherwise don't say anything to you.
Is there like a bar area?
Nope.
I'll go up to the gentleman and ask, hello, I'm looking to acquire some crossbow bolts. Does anybody here sell any?
Oh, we don't really have a shop, but I could go see if there's some in the store, if you wish.
Could you please?
Yes. He kind of gets up and he walks out one of the doors and sitting there for a while. The other gentleman who's sitting there look up and say, "Oh, greetings.
I
Aside
wink
from
at
the
him.
bolts, what brings you all here?"
I guess we're adventurers. Just kind of, we're currently on a mission to get one of our friends' companion back, more like a son. But yeah, why we're here.
Nah.
I need some bolts because I'm running low.
Life of adventure. I used to be one, but fortunately I
Took an arrow
took
to
an
the
arrow
knee.
to the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. It's quite common.
Yeah, that a lot of
Uh,
people
I
had
was
that
in a
issue.
group. Yeah, I was in a group once called the Mighty Nine. What would you happen to call yourselves?
That's a shame. Oh, ooh, you don't have a name, do we?
And you guys don't want, out of character, you guys don't want me to name it.
I would.
Got ale is stuck with us for a long time.
Well, I guess we're the Chuckle Fucks. Why not?
That's an interesting name. You should have one though. All those licensing and sponsorships it helps out a little bit.
Wait, sponsorship? This shit gets sponsorship? I can't think about this right now.
Yeah, you didn't know that, RVO?
No!
If you find the proper king, they always need heroes to help protect and travel the realms.
Yeah,
Who's
my
the
family's
local king out
pretty.
here?
That would be the emperor. We really don't have any ties to him. And good thing too.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. And an idiot. Just say that.
Yes, technically we are a free town, separate from that, but I'm sure if you would go and ask him, he would say that we are under his rule. But as it sits, we have never formally pledged any allegiance to a king. But that doesn't mean you can't look for one.
Yeah, I quite honestly don't want to pledge my allegiance to the idiot emperor. Just say that.
Well, it's a big world out there, and there's plenty of other kings.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
know. My
it-
family's pretty well known with a lot of nobles in different kingdoms.
Is Cerise with us by any chance?
She is not.
Oh.
Oh, gee, I didn't know that Ava would take that so hard.
So at this juncture, obviously, well, a couple of our group are planning on settling in. Maybe the Celestia? How do you say your town's name? I'm so sorry. I haven't been here, and I've been
Salsa.
Celsa. Thank you. Maybe Celsa can have a local adventurers group.
I actually have it spelled wrong.
Oh,
Delsa is a
Well,
bit.
perhaps, but you have to talk to the town council about that first. But
we'll already be over there to figure out where we're going to be settling. So, yeah.
he nods and, oh, well, if you ever wish to join the militia, you can always come see me. Name is Fen. I'm considered kind of the leader of the town militia. It's mostly just us hunters.
All right, Sven. Let me make note of you. A moment.
Because I'm forgetting, Soltic, what is the northern kingdom? From,
Talking about from like here or really up far north or
no, the one that's the northern kingdom of Utort.
That's directly north of here. It's Irith.
Irith.
Yeah.
Is there any talk between Irith and Utort?
Not really involved in the politics. Couldn't tell you. I'm sorry.
You guys didn't hear anything or anything like that coming through?
No, nobody's talked to us about it.
Okay.
Oh, and all things considered, if you ever need help finding people, I imagine that won't be too big of an issue since you probably know these woods quite well. But if you're ever in the business of a diviner, do feel free to seek me out.
I will keep that noted. Most people go to the witches, but if you're gonna stick around,
Do you know anything about the abandoned house? It's about an hour journey from here.
not a whole lot. We, the town folk, seem to think it's haunted. Arthur goes out there periodically to check it for wild animals, but outside of that, I've not really have any dealings with it.
Out of curiosity, is there another house in the town here that is abandoned?
In the town, no.
Just checking.
That would be the closest abandoned house. Been that way for a while.
Has there been any suspicious activity up there?
No, not that I'm aware of. Like I said, I usually avoid it. Legend is that husband went crazy one night and killed his wife and children, and their spirits have lurked there ever since.
Hey.
Oh, speaking of Arthur, where is he in today?
No, he left the other night. Hasn't been back since. He tends to leave from time to time.
He didn't say where he was planning on going.
Oh, we don't really keep track on each other. We sometimes go out for days in the woods hunting game and bringing them back here.
Yeah, you guys
Not
have
too
a
uncommon.
pretty impressive trophy collection you got going on here.
As you say that, the other fellow walks out of the room and he comes out with a handful of them. And Fen will say, that we do. And oh, it looks like he managed to find some. And he will walk over and set them down and say, oh, they were kind of tucked away. Not a lot of people here who use crossbows, but be a gold and 5 silver.
Great, and I'll just give him 8. Just for helping me out.
I appreciate it. Will help us buy some more in case anybody ever needs any. And he kind of makes a comment. You can't really pick up on it, but it sounds like something like talking to Corin. Anything else I can help you with?
No, I'm good here. Thank you.
He just, you're welcome. As he sits down at his table and starts to eat, and Fenn's like, well, I guess you'll be on your way, but if you have any other questions, remember, I'm always free to help where I can.
Thank you. And then I'll go ahead and start leaving. How many crossbow bolts did I acquire? Hopefully
He gave you
2.
No, he gave you 20 of them.
Okay.
Pew Pew is strong in this one.
Right, so you guys make your way outside, and then back out to the road, and you start heading northwards up into the woods here.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You guys like taking the long way, apparently.
Because we're assholes. Because
No, we had to
Sorry,
make a
that's-
full circle in the town again, just to be safe.
I know my son's in danger, but we do need to get in our steps. We do need to get our cardio. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
You know,
have a body
visit the
this
witches one more time just to bug the shit out of him.
I made lasagna and you will eat it.
We want to see you guys do your ritual again. It was quite entertaining.
I'll pay you.
Can I join?
You may see. You're gonna have a price, but I already am ready to pay it. Who wants 5 3 cocks and a chicken lasagna? We can move on now. I'm done.
Okay. So you head out. It is dark, obviously. You guys waited till dark for the ritual to be done. But it is as you head into the canopy of the forest, it's patchy in spots and you can kind of see the moonlight shining through, but otherwise the canopy provides even more of a shadow over you as you walk an hour, 2 hours, about 2.5 or yeah, about 2.5 hours before eventually you can see off on the right hand side of the road that building that you guys had saw before.
Just want to say 2 hours for an hour's journey. We definitely got lost somehow.
We definitely took the long
We
road.
took the long route. Yep.
It was a little further than you remembered it being. But you kind of walk up along the road and you turn and you start heading down the old path, and it is very patchy, and you can tell this place has not been upkept in a long time, as the path to the road is just covered in all types of vegetation, and there are wild bushes and trees everywhere. You can, from the outside, you can even see the boards kind of falling off the walls, and eventually you find yourself standing at the staircase to the porch leading up into the house. And so to set the scene, first off, can everybody see?
I can.
Except for the two people without night vision. Did either of you pull out a light source? Okay.
Was there any light coming from the house?
There is no
As-
light coming from the house.
Okay.
No. Okay, so you, Grim, will pull out your hooded lantern.
I will as well.
Okay.
All right, guys. Maybe keep.
I will summon my crossbow.
Okay, guys. I think we're gonna need to keep our eyes and ears open. We know that he can shapeshift and turn invisible. So anything weird happens, let us know. And
All
I
right,
start walking up.
Let me, before you guys start moving.
Oh, right. I'm not on the stairs. I go back.
That's fine. I'm just getting everybody set up. And I want to just explain the scene real quick. All right. So you guys, this is a covered porch. There was 2 stories to this building. This is obviously a doorway that looks broken down, and you can see a couple windows to the side of it. As you approach it, everything inside is pitch black. You don't see any light source, any movement of anything whatsoever. But you are free to move. Just be mindful as you do so to go slow.
I will tell, since I see Arvia walking up, I said, we might want to check to see if there's any possible track before we disturb anything.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Not traps, tracks. Sorry. Don't know if that came out right.
I thought you said trapped.
No, I meant tracks. There's any
Okay.
current movement going in and out of the house.
Well, let me check real quick then. And if anybody.
Yeah, I mean, do both.
Right, well, if
Alright.
somebody wants to look for traps, they can give me an investigation. Someone wants to look for tracks, they can give me survival.
I'll look for.
No, traps is me, man.
All right, you okay? How about this? This is how
21.
we're gonna
As you're saying that, Ava walks up and just starts looking. As you're looking around at the staircase, the railing, you're looking up above. It seems old and rotted. Maybe not exactly safest, but there's no traps that you can discern.
Okay, cool. Is that's advantage? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. I find them if they're there.
So the only tracks you find leading up to this are yours. But as you, after Ava's like, yeah, it's all fine, and you kind of move up the steps a little bit, you can see tracks leading in and out of the house. A couple, a pair of them look pretty small, but then you notice some like really large ones. And the ones that look small, they're not like child size, they're like regular people, human size, maybe a female human. But then you notice some like very large ones as well.
Curious.
And they lead into the house.
All right. I am going to step into the home, and whatever happens, happens.
Leah's condition.
Right.
Are you sure you wanna go first?
Freak. What?
As you step over the door, onto the door, you walk in, you can kind of look up and you can see up in the ceiling above some like boards have fallen down. You look to your left and you think that might have been a sitting room at some point with a fireplace. Looks kind of quaint. You look over to your right here and not really sure what this would have been. You see a lot of decrepit furniture that's like smashed up and been chewed on, and some spider webs. Not as big as the ones that were in the cave. You think these were like very small spiders. But as you step in, give me a second. I thought I had this somewhere else, but I was wrong. All right. So as you step in, you hear a deep voice kind of chuckle, and it raises the hairs on some of your necks as you recall this was a voice you heard in the cave, and it says, "Lock the door, blow out the lights. The lurker haunts the night."
That looks better on 12-year-olds.
You don't hear a response,
I'm okay with that.
and you can't really make out where the voice came from. Sounded like it was maybe like right in front of you.
Well, we'll figure out when it attacks me, won't we? Hey, Grim, can you make your way up here real quick? Please? Thank you. I'd like you by my side, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to piss something off. And I'd like you to be my absolute murder machine of a friend when that happens.
Right? Well, you don't really notice anything. You see that the footprints kind of come in, they go over this way, they go over that way. The small humanoid, adult human side footprints, they seem to lead up to here and then stop and then head back out.
The humanoid ones, okay.
But
Well,
the
that might be-
giant ones lead deeper into the house.
Okay, we have a couple of pairs of tracks here. We have some humanoid ones. We got some female-looking ones. No children ones, I don't think. We got a pair that kind of go up to here, but then kind of go back. I'm assuming that's Arthur's. Does that actually line up to where Arthur was investigating earlier?
Go ahead and give me a gut check.
All right, cool. 10.
It's kind of hard as you're sitting here thinking about it. You do remember that Ava like came in and didn't go too far in the house, but like she came in, looked around, and came back out. And you do remember Arthur was in here, but
Are these the footprints that look like women footprints?
if you kind of look at them and look at her, they might be. Kind of match up to the prince she's leaving now.
Okay, so what's this area look like? And this area over here is obviously like a sitting room, but what is this over here?
You think maybe this might have been a dining room or maybe a storage area or something at some point. It's really hard to tell. This furniture is just all collapsed on top of itself.
All right. Let's get a full grasp of the house, and then we can start searching about.
Right, you do notice that the hallway here leads up into a bigger room, and you can see from your point of view that there's a door here.
All right. Hey, Grim. I'm gonna open this door over here, if you would. Yes. Actually, do you just want to kick it down? You know, just for. Do you just want to reach and clear this?
Before joining with them, I'll have a closer look around this area.
I have my light out too. Did you not? But you haven't made mine work yet.
I set it on you. Let me go back and reset
No,
it.
all I've got is Grimm's light.
I can
That's
see
fine.
yours moving.
I did change
You can
it.
see mine? Okay, now
I
got
took it off. Okay, it's back. Okay, or it's there. All right. So what are you doing up here, Leah?
Oh, just having a look around this part of the house, just at the Yeah.
Alright.
This whole area in
Fireplace
general.
looks like it
Yeah,
has not been used in a very long time. Spider webs all in there.
Mm.
They're pretty thick too, and you can see like animals and stuff in it. You do notice a doll sitting on that. As you kind of look at it, you recall in the cave the ones you walked past look very, very old. This one doesn't look as old as those ones did.
I'll pick it up and carry it with me.
All right. What are you doing over here, Grim? Right here.
Right in front of your clone.
I don't think you should be
Your
able to.
clone clips into the back rooms or something. Yeah. I mean, it'd be kind of fun. Like, and I feel like you want to do it just a little.
Does the air feel colder than it was outside?
No, feels the same.
Yo,
Yes.
did Dymek had a doll?
No, I gave him like a little sort of wooden crab, but he left that at the home.
Oh, I found this over there, and I kind of just show like a doll that looks somewhat not that old, not as old as the one we saw in mine.
You
And-
grab it, and it turns a little bit. It doesn't seem to be locked.
And for
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
All right, so as you turn it and you swing it open, you hear a clicking sound. That's separate from the door, the handle. It's like up above you, and you look up. And at the last moment, you're kind of like, shoot, as you see these two holes and these darts just come flying out of them, and they stick into you. They will deal 8 points of poison damage. However, you manage to shrug off the poison effect that they would have left on you.
oh, I imagine you're
Yeah.
all right, there, Grim. That'll do.
Oh,
And I will open the door for you.
Merely a flesh wound.
Merely a flesh wound, indeed.
All right, this shadowy essence that looks somewhat like you steps into the room. Okay, you step in and you see what looks to have been a study at one point in time. Bookshelf. Some of the shelves are empty, some have half books on them. None of them are full. There's also papers and books just scattered all over the floor.
That's true. I start gathering up these books and putting them on the desk. However, if somebody would kindly look under the carpet, we might be dealing with a trapdoor situation.
I will look.
Considering that this area was indeed trapped.
All right, so you kind of start gathering up books and putting them up on the desk, and you, Ava, will pull up the carpet and look, and it just, other than some of the floorboards that have like rotted out and fallen down to the ground, go ahead and give me a perception.
Oh, we're idiots. Ha!
So you see some like floorboards missing. Obviously, it goes in theme with the rest of the house, but there's like no trapdoor or anything here.
Look out the window. Oh,
Hey, you guys look back out into the forest. Arvio, you see what looks to be like a cellar sitting outside.
I found
teddy
the
bear
cellar,
right there?
gentlemen. Yes, it does. That is indeed a teddy bear. We found the cellar, boys. But
can I look at the desk and investigate it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna open the window and climb out of it.
So you start looking at the books and the papers and stuff that RVO has picked up off the floor, the stuff that was already there. You start pulling open the drawers, looking through them. Drawers are all empty. As you kind of look through the papers, they seem to be personal notes that have to do with trade and some like stories and historical books. Nothing really stands out to you to be anything of importance.
Okay.
You do notice it's not that large. It looks like it was just a simple like sitting desk to write on or read notes or something. You do notice that there is a book that looks to be a personal journal though.
Take
Ava.
the personal journal.
All right, Ava, as you climb out, you find yourself standing next to this cellar here, and as well as the teddy
Is
bear.
it locked?
It is indeed. You can see chain wrapped around it with a lock on it.
Yes! Thieves' tools! I'm going to pick the lock.
All right,
Maybe.
go ahead and roll thieves' tools using dexterity. Sorry, forget names. Leah, you kind of standing in an area that looks to be a dining room. You can see what looks to be old, like storage containers. Up here looks to be some looks like wine bottles or something. They're like broken and empty from what you can tell. You can also see dishes over here and some laying on the floor. You see another doll as well sitting on the table. And then there's a set of stairs that head upwards.
I would probably check the crates, see what's inside of them.
Right. They are all empty and they're like collapsed on themselves, but you can kind of like pry some of the wood aside. It's very dusty as you rip it off. It's not that hard. And whatever was in there, if it's not gone, looks like it's turned to ash of some type.
Okay, I'll go back and I'm gonna collect the doll, another doll as well. I'm gonna join the party.
Okay. So Ava, you walk over and you kind of bend down. And you start take your thieves tool out and you're working on this. It takes a little bit, but eventually you do hear a click as your tools turn and the lock pops open.
I will open the doors.
As that happens, I say, Ava, check for chats before you do that, and don't rush ahead of everybody else. You remember what happened last time? Oh, Ava ran ahead
Stays
of
in the
everybody
cave.
else,
Stays in the cave.
including that gelatinous cube.
Does it have any traps, sir?
It does not. But as you open the door, you kind of shine the light down. You think you see movement.
I think there's something moving down here, guys.
Okay, one moment. I jump out the window. Hey, Grim, do you want to go around? Can you actually? You're not terribly. Okay, make room. He's gonna just go through this. So blasé. Boo.
I see that. I'm gonna try touching the echo. Does my hand go through it?
As your echo is solid. All right, you collide with something, but it doesn't feel like flesh. It doesn't feel like armor. It's weird for you,
Weird.
but there is something there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out the window as well.
Alright. We'll be waiting on you then, Grim.
All right, you jump down. Now the house was raised up because you guys walked up onto a porch. So the windows, you can jump out of them, but you're definitely gonna have to work to climb back in.
Damn it.
But you all find your way out, and you're standing there, looking down into the darkness. Ava's kind of shining her light. If you guys want to give me perception, you can. But otherwise, you are looking into what looks to be a cellar.
Yeah,
Go
guys,
for it.
that's a cellar. Just want to let you guys know.
You standing here shining your light out, you know, goes out the 60 feet. the 30 bright and 30 dim. You don't see anything out there, but you obviously can't see that far, Grim. Nope. Arvio, you're kind of standing there. The rest of you are just looking into a cellar, but Arvio, you're kind of standing there and you're squinting, and you're think you see something furry move, and you can hear the very faint sound of what sounds like something growling.
Okay, it's furry and it's growling. Sunny side up, fuckos. It's not rats.
Yeah, that's a door right there. Yes, you do. They come out and go into a cellar, and they look like giant footprints.
So
They go back and forth between the cellar and the house.
Yes, but there's something that was moving down there.
Yep.
I don't think we should check the cellar just yet.
But why not?
Yeah, I think we need
But
to check all upstairs.
Thing was moving down here.
I know, but that was locked
Um,
for a reason.
That's true. Okay, how about this? Ava?
What if it's because his son is down there?
Ava. Let's just explore the entire house while we still have escape routes other than that one door.
Yeah, I want to see if there's a second entrance other than just coming through here. 'cause
Well,
if it's
I'm gonna
just a single
stay here.
entrance-
We might need you. I might need your help to disarm some traps, Ava.
Is somebody gonna stay here and watch this? Because we can't let them
Can-
leave.
You can stay too if you want.
Also,
Alright.
considering it could turn invisible and fly, watching it might not be a great. The best
All right, I will
approach.
follow. I will follow.
All right,
Mr. Hornsey.
Mr. Horny, indeed.
All right, you guys leave the cellar doors open.
I'm
No,
gonna close them.
close
No,
it.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
All right. So you guys, what do you do now? As you close the doors and kind of wrap the chain around it a little bit, not locking it, but putting it somewhat back.
Yeah,
It's a
I think
shame I still
we
don't have the
somehow
spider
secure it and we all go together because I don't want the same incident that happened last time occur. If you know what I mean. I will help him out.
All right, and you give me a dexterity or a sleight of hand with advantage. Okay, you tie it up. Put a couple knots in there. You feel pretty good about it.
We kicking the door down or going through the window?
Yeah, I kicked down the door.
All right, give me an attack.
Could I just have a straight strength set? Please? I don't have an unarmed strength because that's fucking useless to me.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. 8.
Yeah.
All right, you bang against it, loud thud, but it doesn't budge.
Oh, that's a good split and go. Grim, show me how it's done.
No, I think you could do it again, Arvio. Go for it.
Okay, once.
I will push him this time.
Okay,
Right, I mean-
If
Give me
you want,
another one.
you can always try.
is that advantage?
Sure.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
That negative
Alright.
1 though.
Yeah, right.
So roll me a 1d4.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
You slam into it, and this time you hear it. It sounds like very faint cracking noise, but you turn and look at it, and still just a solid door that's closed.
I'm gonna go up to it. And
We'll try
the
that
knob.
doorknob.
Yeah.
All right, you try to open it, and it doesn't seem to want to open. You get a feeling that it is barricaded somehow from the other side.
Somebody have an axe?
I got fire.
Respectfully, maybe we shouldn't use fire on the old decrepit
I'm just
building
messing
that we're
with you.
trying to search.
Okay, you find yourself back in the study.
Awen's just baffled at what Grim can do right now.
You work your way out. Yeah, that's fine. You work your way back out into the dining room. The dolls are gone, and yet you might see. You do come around the corner though, and see what looks to be a kitchen. You see a doll sitting there that Leah seemed to miss. You see the door, and what's in front of the door is it has those brackets coming out and has a board going across it, and seems that it's locked from the inside. Right, so you pull the barrier or the brace out, and the door, you can swing it open.
Do it again, Arvio. Kidding.
No, I think it's fine now. Thank you, Grim. Cool.
You all step back into the house, into this kitchen area.
I'll pick up a teddy bear as well.
All right.
Alright.
There were a lot of dolls in the cave, yeah.
Yes, he seems to have a taste of this decor.
Was this the staircase you were talking about?
Nope, it's over here.
Oh, I'm on it. Oh, okay, I see it now.
It's over here now.
You do notice as you're taking note of these dolls, especially because Leah picking them up, the dolls that you remember in the cave were very old. Like they were literally just falling apart. These, some are newer than others. They're obviously not like yesterday's toys, but some look like they're 10 years old, some look like they're 50 years old, but they are more recent than the ones in the cave.
They looked like the same ones in the cave, though.
Kuzuma?
My tool set was limited. I mean, sure, there's some resemblance, but they're not like exact clones, no.
Okay.
That's just because my tool set doesn't have like a billion different doll types I could use. So
The biotile stuff.
all right, so when you step here,
Yeah.
go ahead, give me a dexterity save.
With advantage, because you have danger sense, I believe.
And if you do, indeed.
Almost certain he does, yeah.
I have a feeling that this is just old fucking carpentry.
13. All right.
Is that
You
with
will
advantage?
take.
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
Okay, so you start walking up the stairs without checking, and all of a sudden you hear a snap sound, and you look down and you see a rope going across. Looked like it was frayed already as your leg snapped it, and then you quickly look up and you dodge backwards as this giant, what looks to be a rock that's like tied up into some rope, swings down and it catches you in the shoulder. So you will take half damage since you succeeded, and it will be 6 instead of 12. As bludgeoning damage as this thing just slams into your shoulder.
This is turning into Home Alone.
Pretty
You
much,
can
yeah.
give me, if you want, you can give me a gut check.
I will do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these traps fairly new, but you said frayed rope, so it's not really.
12, sorry.
You want to give me one as well, Grim, as you're the one that got hit by both of them? Yeah, just a wisdom check. 12 as well. This rope looks a little new. Do you think what was above the door was probably built in? But this looks like it's been added. It wasn't originally here. Alrighty. That's fine. Alright, that's fine. But you guys now see this rope this rope holding this rock just kind of slowly coming to a standstill as it slightly slings back and forth.
Before
you
I go
will-
up the stairs, sorry. Do any of these barrels or crates look like they're fairly new?
Nope.
Okay.
But as that hits you, you hear again a chuckling sound, and it says, "Hide and tremble, little ones. The lurker wants to have some fun." And again, very off-putting, as it sounds like it's coming from in front of you.
I feel okay.
Can you strangle an invisible enemy?
Okay, go ahead. I guess give me a strength.
Can I actually have 15? You roll a
You-
15 because I think this is hilarious. You.
All right, and if you want to give me a Constitution check to see if you feel okay, Ava, you can do that. 15. You feel like something's in front of you saying this, and you shove your shield forward, but it just nothing's there.
I
As far
think
as
15, but that's not including modifiers.
as far as you know, Ava, you seem okay. Nothing seems off about you.
Okay.
You guys continue up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Nice. So you march up to the top. Sorry, just trying to get tokens here. In what order do you come up the stairs?
Yeah. Unless if somebody wants to go in front of me, it's fine.
I would imagine Leo would be at the end.
That's fine.
So as you go marching up and you find yourself on the second floor, and you go up the stairs to step into the second floor, go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw.
At advantage.
And then your echo was second. Okay, and then who was in third?
It's
Arvio.
your boy.
Okay, Arvio, I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Yeah.
Do I
Well.
see what's going on?
All right, you will take more damage, points of bludgeoning damage, Grim, as you kind of step up into another rope that snaps, and a bunch of rocks, like this bucket, kind of tilts, and a bunch of rocks just come cascading down on you. It also hits your echo, getting rid of him, and then you will take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, Arvio, as the rocks hit you as well.
Anyway, I'm just gonna go make some death saving throws now. Wow, okay, this is way more annoying than I thought it was going to be.
Alrighty, so let me just get you guys your tokens set up.
Can I? Is
Yeah, that's
there any
fine.
way I can skim through this journal? And
It's pretty thick journal. You think it might take you a while?
okay. I was just gonna see if I can find any keywords about specters or I already forgot the damn name.
Lurker?
The lurker, thank you. Mind blank really bad. But never mind.
Alright, so you guys step into this room here, and you find what looks to be a bedroom of some sort. You can see some empty bed frames sitting around. You can again see the floorboards that have fallen down. Table over here. There's windows on all four sides. But you're now up here. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna investigation check this table.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check. How
I'm
are
going to
you checking it?
investigation check the
Is
chest
it a
over here.
table or an actual desk?
That's the table.
There's nothing on it.
Looks to be a piece of paper and a quill on it. I just
Oh.
want to know how you guys are investigation checking.
I'm just checking.
So you walk over here to this. It's a cupboard that's about a little bit taller than you, but you can check it if you wish.
I guess with this
Wow.
table, I'm gonna look at if there's any recent activity or if anything under it pops out.
All right, you can go ahead and give me your investigation. You look at this, you kind of search it over, and you do notice there seems to be attached to the handle, goes around the corner here and back behind the wardrobe, some kind of string, and it's a little suspicious to you.
Check behind the wardrobe.
All right, you look back and you follow the string, and it seems to go inside of the wardrobe.
One moment.
Are you gonna say anything about it, Ario?
I'm gonna be like, oh look, I found another trap inside the cupboard.
I want to come over and attempt to disarm it.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give me a thieves tool with dexterity. As they're doing that, Awen, you kind of look this over. Doesn't seem to be any hidden compartments on it or anything. Does look to be an old table. The paper and quill and ink on it, though, look relatively fresh.
Okay, and nothing like underside, like child handwriting or anything like that, or scribbles.
Nope.
What does the paper
if you
say?
pick it up and read it, seems to be a paper about families in town. Seems to be big interest on certain people who have children.
I will take the paper.
All right. Ava, you walk over and you're kind of looking at it, and you take a little tool and just kind of snip the string, and you can hear inside of this wardrobe just a bunch of like a springing sound and a bunch of banging against the inside of it.
Should be good now, Arvio.
Oh, Mr. Roboto. Indeed it does.
Cool. I open it up. Oh heavens above! Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. You pull the sheet back and you see what looks to be two mattresses shoved together with some pillows on it. You guys do also notice there's like lots of dolls laying around in this room.
Yeah, Leah would walk around and collect them all if possible.
All right.
Um,
Starting to take up room in your pack, but you are collecting them.
Leah, can I see one of the dolls?
Sure, which one you want? And I kind of just pull out all the dolls I collected so far.
I grabbed the one with no hair.
Testing, testing.
You're good, Arvio. Can you
Yep.
hear us?
I can hear everybody. I wanted to check what's in the cupboard now.
Okay, so you open up this wardrobe and you see what looks to be a bunch of daggers stuck on the inside of it. And you look down and you can see the mechanism that was sitting there that sprung out. But otherwise, it seems to just be full of clothing that's eaten away.
Holy shit!
You guys are kind of. Let's see. Somebody did investigation. Oh no, never mind. You were checking something else.
I'm gonna look over the doll and see if there's anything off about it.
Sure. They move apart, and you see the floor under it that you see everywhere else. A couple holes in it, but as you look through, you just see the floor down below. As you look over the doll, it just looks like a really old doll. Stuff
No,
you've seen.
no, like name on it or anything like that.
Nope. Stuff you've seen lots of other children with.
Is there anything inside of it when I squeeze it?
Nope.
Okay.
Aaliyah, as you're standing here and you're kind of
Mhm.
watching, you do glance up slightly, and you see what looks to be access to an attic.
I'll try to open it if I can.
All right, it is pretty high. How tall are you?
Ooh, I'm not that tall. Hold on.
Yeah, you're unable to reach it then.
Yeah.
You might be able to pull a chair over or something and grab it if you wish.
Yeah, I'll try that then.
All right, you grab it and you pull it open, and you're just looking up into what looks to be an attic. You can't really see inside of it. Your head's not poking through the hole, but there is like a little ladder that you can climb up into it if you wish.
Graham. Could you like try
Have we noticed
using that?
Leah?
At this point in time, when she's yelling, yes, you have.
Oh.
The
So I was saying, I would basically, Graham, could you use that pirate, your friend, brother, just to have a look in there if there's anything worth looking at? Oh, just kind of looking at the attic. Not sure if I wanna go there.
Did anybody check the cupboard or the dresser?
I think I got it.
Yeah, RBO did that.
Did he do a thorough check though?
As far as you're
Dude.
aware.
Nope, there he goes.
feel like-
I'll just check it over.
I feel like Argo was trying to tell me something, but.
All right,
I'll actually ask Ava if you guys checked the dresser completely.
I have disarmed the trap that was on it. I haven't looked in it.
So you poke your head up, Grim, and your tokens are obviously you guys are not up here, but this is what you see as you kind of like shine your light around.
You all right?
All right, you're now up here.
We
What
see
do
him
you
climb
see?
up.
Okay. You guys hear Grim look up in the attic and go, "Oh no!" and then he climbs up in there.
So for the
I'll stop
record,
what I'm
before I
doing and go up there.
Before I completely robot it out again, I checked the cupboard.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
1 second, Grim.
I didn't hear anything. What?
Grim said, "Oh no,"
As
and
we
then
went up to the
climbed
attic,
up.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's being put on hold. As I.
So just
This would have been
just hang,
before.
hang out where you are, Grim.
Yeah.
You look through the cupboard, the wardrobe, and it just seems to be some old clothing in here. There does look to have been a lockbox, but already looks like it's been torn open, and there's nothing in it.
And then we hear Grim go, "Oh
Yeah.
no."
Then you hear Grim go,
Yeah.
"Oh no!" and you watch him climb up into the attic.
I will
the rest of
climb
you
up
do?
after him.
All right.
Leah would ask, "What do you see?"
You can hear Leah, yelling up.
Oh no.
No.
Give me a perception check.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah.
You just heard me say, "Oh no."
You're not really sure. It just seems to be piles of things. Yeah, you also hear Ava say, "Oh no." It looks to be piles of things.
Hey, that looks like a pile of things to me. Blinding me.
You climb up and you're kind of in shock and you just like falls down. Is your light not on? No, you can see, right? Obviously you can because you said on. I mean, it's not that hard of a stretch that you to say you guys see what looks to be bones and blood and a bunch of dolls. Do the rest of you guys follow up, or
You
Leah
hear
is
two people
staying
say,
behind.
"Oh
Leah staying behind?
Yeah.
Okay. What does Ava do?
I am staying here.
All right.
no!" Do I feel any? Does the air feel any different up here?
It does not. We will wait for Arvio to come back, see what he does.
Oh no.
Because I hate to say it, but I'm literally falling asleep. It's been a long week for me.
Yeah. Well, let's wait for him to get back, hopefully really quick. How you feel, Grim? How about you, Awen?
Yeah, kind of shocked a little bit. I mean, he's seen some stuff, but this is kind of on a different level at the moment.
The question is Grim and Awen gonna invite everyone else upstairs?
You just hear two people say, "Oh no."
I mean,
All right.
if everyone else is gonna go upstairs, then Leah will join as well.
Arvio will climb up, and
Just
he will
noticed
see
something.
what he sees. Yeah. And as that happens, Leah, you decide perhaps maybe you're gonna climb up. The door slams. The trap door. Sorry, hold on. Slams shut. Something seems to slam over it. And you, the three of you are kind of standing here. You're shocked, and you turn around and you see something like a board like slide across and blocks it. And all of a sudden, as you hear the thing once more say, "The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the devil's smile." And as you're hearing that, this thing right here appears right in front of you.
You just hear Awen go, "What the?"
Back.
Welcome you're in
to
trouble,
hell.
Arvio.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You're
can I go-
isolated alone with a monster.
Okay.
So-
Cool. Back up. Actually, what happened so I can make a decision?
I
So
mean,
they
you hear-
say, "Oh no," and you climbed up in after them, correct?
Yes.
Both Grim and Awen are in. If you're on roll 20, what you're seeing now is what you climbed into. And as Ava and Leah decide they're kind of going to hang back, and then Leah's like, I guess I'll go up. She kind of starts to climb up the ladder when something slams behind you, and you guys turn around to see something slam over the hole that leads down, and a board slides, kind of bracing it as this figure here appears. And when it appears, it says, "The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the devil's smile."
That'll do.
and
And
then
we
you
will
just
go
hear
ahead.
Awen go, "What the?"
Yep. And we will go ahead and end the session here.
You're a big
good night, guys.
bitch.
Have a good night, man.
I'm not adopting you. Fuck off.
Timac, is that you?
You're not my. No, it's not. No, it's the lurker.